Hey guys, today we're going to do the unboxing and overview of the Goovis G3 Max. So this is a new head-mounted display released by Goovis, who is a Chinese manufacturer of head-mounted displays. So I've had a long history of reviewing head-mounted displays, or HMDs as I'll call them. So going back to 2008 when I was still in university, I got these video glasses by a company called MyView, and then there's Vuzix. Vuzix is video headset maker that's still making video headsets, but more for the I would say for the corporate field, right? They do it for hospitals and for industrial applications now, but they used to make a lot of consumer head-mounted displays as well. So I tried the Vuzix eyewear, and I tried the Avigant Glyph, which is another interesting like head-mounted display by a small company that projects the image onto your retina, or actually it projects it and then you can just kind of see it. So it's really cool technology. And then of course I also used the Sony HMZ headsets, both the HMZ T1 and the HMZ T3, which were both really nice headsets for the time. So all these different HMDs or head-mounted displays are meant to basically give you a wider field of view and a wider kind of immersive effect when you're playing games or watching movies, basically. So most of them either have some kind of retinal projection technology like the Avigant Glyph did, or the newer video glasses do that, or they have like just the lens inside of the display, which is what the Sony HMZ headsets did, and I'm guessing the Goovis does something similar. So I also looked at the Royal Moon, which is another Chinese headset that's an HMD, the DJI goggles, which are kind of like that as well. Sonera HMD, that's another Chinese maker of HMDs. There's so many Chinese makers of it now. And I actually have the Royal Moon with me. So this one is a very old school HMD. You can see how big it is, and it comes with built-in headphones, which are pretty decent actually. They're actually noise canceling headphones, and yeah, they have these the lens inside that are, you know, like OLED and stuff, and I think it provides a fairly immersive experience. Especially this was actually released back in 2016, so I actually did a video review of this thing back in 2016. I still have it today because when it comes to having an immersive experience with like nice sound and everything, this has everything kind of built in. Has like touch controls on the side and everything. Of course, the downside being that it's kind of bulky, and you had to carry around this little battery, not battery pack, but kind of HDMI or video processor thing. And this is something that Sony had as well with the HMZ T3. It wasn't really wireless. You had to still carry around this video processor unit, which is something that you have to do with the Royal Moon as well. So that's the downside. It's kind of bulky. The video quality is pretty good. It is kind of like sitting in the middle of a cinema. Not like a big cinema, not like an IMAX cinema, just a regular cinema. You're kind of sitting in the middle of the theater. I think that's what the experience is like, but the sound quality is pretty good, but it's bulky. So I wouldn't want to bring this on a plane or something, because I mean, you got to carry around all this, right? So I usually just use this sometimes when I'm in bed or something, right? I also have the Oculus Quest 2, and this is the VR headset I've been using for a while now. I'm getting the Meta Quest 3 very soon actually. But for now I have the Oculus Quest 2, and this has been my go-to VR headset. And it's not exactly comparable to a traditional HMD because it does a lot more than that. It, like, you can watch movies and videos and stuff on it, sure, but it's also meant for playing VR games, right? So it's a little bit of a different experience. However, you still can watch movies and stuff on it. You can do everything you can do with the HMD. It's just not as specialized for that. You can also do many other things, and of course it's a gaming device, so you have controllers and stuff with it too. And the last comparison I want to make is the Rokid Max, and recently I did a video on these as well, comparing it to the Viture XR glasses, and the Rokids kind of beat out the Vitures for me, because I felt like the image inside was kind of bigger. The virtual projected image was bigger than the Vitures, and I felt like the sound quality was a little bit better, as in a little bit louder actually. So that's why I kept the Rokids, and I kind of returned the Vitures. But yeah, these are the Rokid Air Max. They're by a Chinese company as well. These are essentially video glasses. And yeah, they have many competitors, like I mentioned, Viture, XR. They make the XR glasses. and the X-Real, right, glasses as well. So the X-Real Air 2 is coming out soon, so I'm going to get that one too to compare. But for now, I stuck with the Rokit Air Max. Basically, they have this retinal projection technology that's very similar to the Avgant Glyph, what they did many years ago. Just kind of projecting a virtual image in here, and it's very, very sharp and clear. And I think for most intents and purposes, if you're going traveling, yeah, if you're on an airplane or a train or a bus or whatever, and you're on a long ride and you want to be able to watch a nice movie or video or anything, then these are probably the way to go, because they're a lot lighter, a lot more portable compared to the traditional HMDs like the Royal Moon. So basically, when I took a trip to Japan just a few weeks ago, I brought the Rokit Air Max, and I was watching a whole bunch of like shows and movies using this, and it was a great experience. Although when you're on a plane, like the the amount of jet engine noise and stuff, that's, yeah, you can still hear that, because although the Rokits have better speakers or louder speakers compared to the Vitur and the X-Real, they're still not loud enough to like kind of overcome the jet noise. So just be aware, if you're on a plane and stuff, you're obviously still gonna hear like jet noise and stuff. So yeah, but it was a pretty nice experience using this on a plane. So that's probably what I'll be comparing it to. The Goovis G3 Max, the latest one by Goovis. I've actually reviewed their Goovis Lite before. I wasn't actually too impressed with it. I still prefer the Royal Moon. But I'm interested to see now, because now we have the Rokit Air Max, we have the Viturs, we have the X-Real Air 2 coming up, and we have the VR headsets like the Meta Quest 3, the Oculus Quest 2. Yeah, let's see how this one compares. So let's unbox this one first, and then we'll compare it to the other, I guess, video devices I have. Like, I guess this is considered like an HMD of sorts, right? So I guess these are all sort of like HMDs, kind of similar purpose to what the G3 Max is going to be. So anyways, let's unbox this, and then I'll do a comparison between all these different video glasses or video devices. Okay, so first up, why would you want to buy this device when you have, you know, much more cheaper, lighter, portable options like the Rokit and the Vitur and the X-Real? Well, that's a good question, and that's part of what this review is going to be like. I'm going to compare this one to these options and see why would you want to buy this, especially since the price is actually quite high. So this costs, if you buy it on the Goovis website right now, it costs $1,000 US. That's quite a bit more than, yeah, than any of the Meta Quest 3. Meta Quest 3 is $500, or the Rokit or the Vitur or the X-Real glasses. That's pretty much double the price of any of those. So if you're gonna pay $1,000, you better be getting something that's, you know, that's worth it. So the specs on these, they really advertise the specs. They say it's the most advanced 5K OLED HMD. It's using Sony's latest micro OLED glasses. So they really try to advertise that a lot. 2560 by 1440 resolution per eye, 120 hertz refresh rate, which is actually the same as my Rokit glasses as well. It can do 2D and 3D. That's a selling point for those of you who are into like 3D movies still. Somehow 10 years later, if you're still into 3D movies, like, you know, 3D Blu-ray and stuff, you can use this for that. I personally don't use, yeah, I don't have any 3D movies and stuff, but some people are still into that. So 3528 ppi, they really advertise the image quality. 46 ppd, and let's see, it has built-in diopters, of course. If you're nearsighted, then this can take care of that, just like these other HMDs, right? The Rokits can do that, the X-Reals can do that, if they all have diopter adjustments. And yeah, they really advertise the fact that it supports Blu-ray 3D, because a lot of these can't, and it uses the latest Sony micro OLED lens. So I guess it's newer than the Sony micro OLED lens on the video glasses, so we'll see. So Goovis advertises the fact that they use DCI-P3, which covers a large area of color space, and that they use the latest Sony micro OLED lenses, which apparently are newer than the ones that are in the Rokits and the X-Reals and the Viturs, which all use kind of the same Sony micro OLED lens. So yeah, they really are pushing on the image quality. And they have to be, right? Because how else are they going to compete with these cheaper options, right? Cheaper, lighter options, I should say, because this looks like one of these traditional Royal type HMDs. So if you're gonna like yeah, buy something that's like twice the price and it looks more bulky, then you better have a good reason for that. And I guess Goovis is really betting on the image quality. So they keep, you know, advertising the image quality, saying that's, oh, it's the best image quality you've ever seen, and that uses the latest Sony lens, etc. So anyways, I'll check it out, and let's see here. Alright, so now let's do the unboxing of the Goovis G3 Max. I guess I know what the slogan of Goovis is because it says Goovis is good vision. So I think that's what Goovis means. Goovis is good vision. That's why they call themselves Goovis. And yeah, they've been making headsets for a long time, at least since the days of the Royal Moon, because I remember hearing about Goovis at least since around 2016, 2017. But again, the only headset I've tried from them before was the Goovis Lite, which I honestly was kind of disappointed with. Hopefully this one is better because it's the newest headset. Alright, so this is what you get inside the box here. You have this thing in Chinese, which unfortunately I can't really read Chinese well. I know that's kind of shameful, but I can't really read Chinese well. So somebody can tell me what this means. Something to do with impressions or something like that. And then this is what comes inside. So you get the warranty, right? Again, I'm not sure how useful this is because maybe it's valid only in China or something. You get a microfiber cloth, of course, always nice to have that, but it's Goovis branded. And then this is all in Chinese. Hey, 很高兴认识你. Look, at least I can read that. Now I can't read all of this stuff, but at least I can read the basic Chinese, like, hey, nice to meet you. I think that's what that says. But I think this is all in Chinese, right? Yeah, this is all in Chinese. So this tells you strap adjustment, yeah, how to put on the strap, putting in the USB-C cable, and connecting it, or watching, yeah, maybe watching the videos. Oh, adjusting the eye distance, I guess, yeah, because everyone has different eyes, so they have to adjust the eye distance for each person. Oh, and then alright, so this Goovis Quick Start Guide, which comes in both Chinese and English, is included, and actually there's a few extra features I forgot to talk about here. So this is the English section here, so of course you can see what it comes with. But also the pupil distance adjustment, so you can adjust, as everyone's eyes are different, so you can adjust the distance between your eyes. The breathing lights on and off is interesting. You just hold this brightness button, the top one, and then it'll turn on and off the breathing light bar. So there's a light bar in front of the Goovis you can turn on and off. Screen size zooming, so you can actually switch to full giant screen mode and medium size screen modes. For some reason, if you want to have a smaller display, then you can do that. I'd rather have the big display, but I don't know, maybe some people want a smaller one. Display mode switching, if you hold the brightness decrease for 3 seconds, then you can switch between standard mode and bright mode. So I wonder, that actually makes the picture even brighter than before, I guess. Let me just see what that's like. Diopter adjustment, so you do have this diopter dial, which goes from +2 all the way to -7. Yeah, so then you can see the different levels of your myopia or hyperopia. 2D, 3D mode switching. Of course, this supports 3D for people who care about that. Installing, removing the headband. Yeah, so you can also have replacement headbands, which is nice in case this one gets damaged or you don't like it. It does not contain batteries, so there's 2 Type-C ports for data transferring. And you're not allowed to power this with USB-C. Do not charge it. So yeah, just like the Rokit and the Vitur and the X-Real glasses, they don't contain built-in glass batteries, so basically it's powered off of the source device, which will use up your source device's batteries instead. So don't charge this thing because these ports are actually used for connecting to the source device. So yeah, this is just the English part of the manual here, which I didn't get to see really before. So yeah, so this does have an English version. I just didn't see it before, but here it is. Were they desperate to ship this or something? Because I noticed that they were offering a lot of sales and discounts on the Goovis G3 Max, and it just came out like not long ago. And I think they really wanted to compete with the MetaQuest 3 and the Viture Air Max 2 that just got released. So yeah, I think they were just kind of rushing this one out. So they didn't bother to even print an English version of this manual. They're so desperate to compete with Xreal and Meta. Yeah, I guess they're not really direct competitors to Meta though, because Meta's making VR headsets, but they are probably more of a direct competitor to Xreal and Viture and Rokid. Because yeah, this is like an alternative to the video glasses, right? Except this one is not as if you're gonna watch videos and stuff like that, this is a much more bulky proposition, and it's more expensive. So it's a harder sell compared to your Xreal or Rokid or Viture. Okay, so here's the glasses themselves. Let's see. Yep. Let's see what's inside. This should be the charger. Alright, so yep, you get a standard USB-C to USB-C charger cable inside of here. Yeah, so USB-C, USB-C. And then you get, what's this? This is interesting. Okay, so this is like, you got dual USB-C. One of them is for charging, and I think one of them's pass-through for video maybe, and to HDMI. Okay. So yeah, it's like dual USB-C HDMI because one of them I think is carrying video, and the other one is just pass through. I mean, other ones for charging. Yeah, so one of these for charging, one of these for carrying video, and then it goes to HDMI, I think, which is used to connect to the glasses. And the other one here is, just want to make sure, this is HDMI to HDMI, I believe. Yeah, this is just a super short HDMI cable, so HDMI to HDMI, full size. Okay, cool, and which will need to connect to the glasses, I'm guessing. Okay, this is a strap adjustment. I guess we'll be needing this kind of extra strap for, yeah, the head strap on the Goovis. I guess we'll be needing this for comfort. And then this is the back of the headset, which is this strap part here. And this is actually a pretty luxurious leather, I think. This is actually like sheepskin or calfskin leather because it's super soft. So there's some like high quality leather that they used on the back of this. Maybe that's where some of the money is going to. Yeah, so you have this super comfortable, yeah, it seems like it's sheepskin or calfskin leather. It's very, very soft, supple leather. Nice. This thing too. This is like some kind of support here. So yeah, I guess this attaches to the back. Looks like it attaches to the back of the Goovis. Alright, and here is the main headset part. So do you have like LEDs in the front that glows up when you use it? It's pretty cool. And then here, again, this is Chinese, but looks like we have a volume adjustment here, just like the manual said, and the brightness adjustment here, just like the manual said. And the 3D button, just like the manual said. So you have all the basic controls here at the bottom. Alright. That off. And then here is the diopter adjustment here. Alright. So there's a diopter adjustment all the way up to -7. So if you're, even if you're -7, which is quite nearsighted, you can use it. Or if you're +2, if you have some astigmatism, then this will account for that as well. Sorry, not astigmatism. If you're, what is it called? Not myopic, but the other one. If you're close-sighted or whatever, then it has a +2. And then this is the other one for the other eye. So, yeah, diopter adjustments on both sides to -7. Yeah, so +2 to -7. If you have sight issues. And then here's inside here, These are the newest Sony micro OLED lens, apparently. Supposed to be better than the ones that the X-Real and Rokit and Vitur are all using, supposedly, from what Goovis says. First of all, you have this like nice rubber surrounds here, which are very soft. So that's nice. And then here, I guess, I have to figure out what this is. Yeah, I'll figure out what this is in a bit. Seems like it could be the power button, maybe. Yeah, and then these are the lens here. Again, these are pretty high resolution. So these are 2560 by 1440 per eye. So that's like a 1440p monitor per eye. Pretty high resolution. And then down at the bottom here, this is where you have your eye distance adjuster. So you would adjust this to account for your eye distance between each other, because everyone has different eyes. And yeah, QR code, I guess, because there's an app to download. So, alright, I'm going to set this up, and then I'm going to give you guys my impressions of the Goovis G3 Max to see if it's actually worth the price or not. Because if you're paying $1,000, that's like double the price of a Rokit Air Max or a Vitur or an X-Real glass. And those are much lighter as well. So this better be a like stunning video quality if you're going to spend $1,000 on something that's, you know, more bulkier. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I figured out what you're supposed to do with this head strap thing. So basically, you loop it through the back. I guess there's like slots where you can kind of loop the strap through on the back of this. So I just loop the straps through the backs of this, and then this part actually is meant to go over the top of your head like this. It's like a strap over the top of your head. So you go like this, and then you kind of adjust the strap and try to find the right fit on your head right here. So I think so. I do it, and then try to get the right fit for your head, and then I'll try to use the Velcro to adjust. Yeah. I think, let's see. Let's get that nice and tight. Okay, I think that's right. So then I end up looking like a fool. Well, I had to say, like, compared to the Royale actually did it pretty nicely, right? It just, I'll show you guys. So this has like a nice leather padding right here on top of this strap too, and it's built in. And you just put it on like this, and then kind of you can adjust the strap like this, and then it's really comfortable actually. So yeah, it's pretty comfortable, and even though the strap is built in, there's like a little adjustment here, like with a headphone, I guess. And then all the padding and stuff here are all nice calfskin leather, I think. So same as the Goovis G3 Max, same with the eye part here, with the lens part. This is all like nice calfskin, sheepskin leather too. So yeah, it's pretty comfortable actually. So I think Royal actually did it the right way. So very minimal adjustment needed. You just put it on. It fits like a glove. You just kind of adjust the size like a headphone, and it just fits. So yeah, I think Goovis should have done something like that. That's pretty comfortable. Instead of just having like 3 separate pieces, you have to like kind of cobble together like this. So yeah, I think, let's see, do it like this. I think this is tight enough. I'm not sure. See, this is not actually as comfortable as the Royale still. It's a lot more complicated. Let's try this way. Let's try there. Let's try there. Yeah, you kind of have to do a lot of trial and error. This head strap here. Okay. Okay, I think that's tight, and it's okay. It's like not the most comfortable, even though this leather is nice, but it's not, the padding is nice, right, the leather padding, but it's not like the most comfortable. It's actually not as comfortable as the Royale still, and it's a lot more work. Anyways, yeah, this is what it looks like after I adjusted the strap. Then I just basically attach the front part to it. So just attach that, and then this becomes the full headset. Of course, this is actually not too bad. Actually, it's not that heavy. It's fairly light. So compared to the Royal Moon is still more bulky, right? This is like a very traditional HMD headset in the style of the old school Vuzix ones, and includes a pair of headphones. And the old school Vuzix headsets that I've worn and the Sony HMZ headsets I've worn, actually the HMZ T1s included a set of headphones. The HMZ T3s did not. So yeah, this is more like the Royal Moon is like a very old school HMD. It's like the old school Vuzix headsets, Vuzix eyewear, or the Sony HMZ T1, very bulky, but includes a set of nice headphones. Whereas Goovis, yeah, this is like the Goovis Lite, or the Sony HMZ T3 actually, where it's kind of doesn't really include a set of headphones. I think you have to attach your own. So, oh yeah, so there is a 3.5 millimeter jack here. So yeah, there's a 3.5 millimeter jack where you can attach your headphone or earphone, and that's how they actually save on the weight, right? Is they make it lighter because they don't have any built-in headphones, so you just use your own. And I think with the HMZ T3 is actually supplied some earphones and stuff, but here you have to supply your own, and that's fine. I can either use my IEMs or I can actually use my full-size over-ear headphones. I can choose. So yeah, but it would be nice to have some built-in speakers. I don't think this does, right? Unless those are built-in speakers. We'll see. It would be nice to have built-in speakers with an option to use your own headphone, which is what the Oculus Quest does, and the Oculus Rift S both did that. So yeah, anyways, pretty light, and this is what it looks like after you attach the head strap part, and this is what it looks like when I wear it. Looks like this. Okay, and yeah, it's still not as comfortable as the Royal Moon. The Royal Moon is still more comfortable, but it's okay. I can definitely wear it for like maybe hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours max. I don't think I would wear it too long, but probably the same amount as my Oculus Quest 2, because my Oculus Quest 2 is not like a really comfortable. Yeah, this is not that comfortable either. It's my Oculus Rift S, the one before this one, that one was more comfortable. This one, not as comfortable, because the head strap is not as good as the Oculus Rift S. So it's similar to the Oculus Quest 2 because it's not that comfortable. It's something I can wear for maybe like 2 hours or so, but it's not going to be as comfortable as either the Oculus Rift S or the Royal Moon. Something that has like a more of a support in the back. So yeah, those kind of headsets with like better support in the back. Yeah, again, Oculus Rift S or the Royal Moon have better support in the back. That's what I prefer. But, you know, I think they did it that way to keep it lighter or whatever. So this is like very similar to the Oculus Quest 2 in terms of comfort. So it's just okay, not the most comfortable. But what matters is the video quality. So let's see how the video quality is compared to something like my Rokits. Because my Rokit is actually the most comfortable because I can just wear it like a pair of sunglasses. It's so light, right? It's easy to just wear this on a plane or a train or whatever. It's super easy to use it, and it's pretty good video quality. The video is very sharp on this, and it really is almost like, just like sitting in the middle of a theater, right? But these are 1080p lenses, so we'll see. These ones are upgraded 1440p lenses. So according to Goovis' advertising, these should be superior quality to the Rokits in terms of the image quality. But again, like my Rokit Maxes are pretty nice. The image quality already is pretty good on these, even though they're 1080. It's like really like sitting in a virtual theater, but it's projected onto your retina. So the image is really sharp, and even though it's 1080, it is 120 hertz. So yeah, it's pretty nice image quality, especially for gaming or watching movies. I'll have to see. This one's supposed to be 1440p per eye and 120 hertz as well. And yeah, let's use it to watch a movie and play a game and see how good it is compared to the Rokits and the Royals. Alright, so now I'm going to test out the Goovis G3 Max and give you guys my impressions. So I figured out basically how to get video onto it. So it's kind of similar to how the Rokits and other like kind of AR glasses work. So it's all done through USB-C, which is more convenient, right? because these days most devices use USB-C to output video. So it's easy just to connect to your phone or your laptop or tablet or anything that outputs USB-C, or even a gaming handheld like the Steam Deck or Asus ROG Ally, right? Anything that outputs video through USB-C, you can connect to the Goovis just like you can with the X-Real glasses or Roku glasses or Vituors. So that's very convenient. This HDMI adapter they give you is really just to connect more traditional sources, I guess, like a video game console or camcorder, Blu-ray player or something like that. Anything that has anything that cannot output USB-C video, older devices basically would have to use this HDMI adapter. So you just connect this to the HDMI out of that device, and yeah, say you have like a old laptop, right, that doesn't have USB-C, right? You just connect this HDMI to that laptop, and then one of these is actually for charging and the other one is just to connect your USB-C, and the other end of the USB-C cable goes into the Goovis. So there's actually two different USB inputs here, and I don't know why they have two. I think it's just for versatility or something, or just your preference. So there's actually one USB-C port right here. So you can choose to connect your USB-C port on the top of the device, or you can choose to connect it on the side of the device. There's another USB-C port right there. So they give you two different options of placements of USB-C ports. It depends on which you find more convenient for you. So you can either put the USB-C on the top of the device, or you can put it on the side here. I choose to put it in the side. So yeah, just use the supplied cable and just connect it to either the top USB-C port or the side USB-C port. I'm going to put it on the side. And yeah, just any device that can output USB-C. So I'm just gonna use my phone because I have a few movies stored on my phone I want to watch. So it's pretty much the same as with the Roku glasses or with the Vituors or X-Real glasses. Just connect it to a USB output device like a phone, and then should just work. There's no batteries inside of here, so just like with the video glasses, it's all powered by your phone. So it actually drains battery from your phone. You got to be aware of that, or your source device. It just drains battery from your source device. All right. So yeah, works. Outputs video from my phone. It's hard to show you guys, right? So anyways, I'm gonna play a movie. And yeah, it's hard to show you guys because I'm viewing it, but I'll give you guys my impressions. So first of all, the volume here has about 10 stops of adjustment. Same thing with the brightness. The brightness has about 10 stops of adjustment. Yeah, I'm not going to use the 3D mode because I don't watch any 3D movies, but there's about 10 adjustments on the brightness, which I always keep to max pretty much, and then the volume, which I always keep to max. And first thing I have to say is, yeah, the video quality is quite good, but I don't think it's that much better than the Roku Max glasses I have. Like it's obviously, it's a big display. It's like this virtual display is basically like you're in a bigger movie theater, right? You're in the middle seat of that movie theater. So yeah, it's a pretty decent sized virtual display. I think it's maybe a little bit bigger than my Roku Max, or maybe around the same size. It's not like too much bigger, not too much different than my Roku Max actually. As for the video quality is pretty good. It's very sharp, and it is pretty big virtual display, and it's about the same as my Roku's, I would say, or maybe a little bit bigger. The resolution is higher. It's 2560 by 1440, but in practice it doesn't. I mean, it's sharp, but it doesn't look like. It's not like too much of a difference between the 1080p display on the Roku's. Like it's better, but not by a huge margin. So the sound quality. So these do have built-in speakers, but they're very they don't output much sound. Like I have it set to the max volume right now, and it's. I mean, yeah, it's just not that much volume actually. Like I can hear it, but it's still kind of quiet. So it's probably equivalent to like my Roku glasses set on about 7 or 8, I guess. So it's about, actually maybe even the Vitro glasses I tried before had better volume than this. Yeah, the volume on these glasses are very quiet. It's not very good. So yeah, the speakers, I'm not very impressed with the speakers on the Goovis. You would think that they would put better speakers on here than, you know, than some video glasses, because there's more space, right? It's a bigger device. There's more space to put better speakers, but the speakers are very lackluster. Like, I think these are speakers here, but they're very lackluster. Like, even the Vitro glasses, which I compared to the Rokids, I said the Rokid speakers were better than the Vitros. Even the Vitro glasses speakers are better than these. Like, these speakers are just very lackluster. They barely produce much sound. You can just barely hear it, actually. I'm just watching a movie, I can barely hear the dialogue. So that's a disappointment. However, you do have the option of using the external headphone jack. So maybe I'll do that. So let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try my Rokids now just for a comparison. So, by the way, I dialed in the diopters and the eye adjustment and stuff too. So I already did that. And let's connect the Rokid Air Max. Okay, and these work pretty easily. Okay, and I'll turn up the volume to max here. Yeah, you know what? Okay, the sense of immersion on the Goovis is definitely more, because this fully covers your face, so you don't see anything around you, so it's more immersive for sure on the Goovis. The Rokids, even with this like blocker shades, it's more immersive compared to normal video glasses, but it's still not as immersive as the Goovis. The Goovis is definitely more immersive because it fully covers your face. I can still see what's around me on the edges, right, when I'm wearing these video glasses. The virtual display inside the Rokids, yeah, it's pretty similar actually. Like, maybe the Goovis is like a tiny bit larger, but it's not by much. It's pretty similar. The video quality, again, I know that the Goovis has higher resolution, is 2560 by 1440 per eye. This is just 1920 by 1080 per eye, but in practice it doesn't look too much different. I mean, yeah, the Goovis might be slightly better, but it's not by a huge margin. Like, the Rokids are still really good. So I would say for most people, this is probably the way to go. Like, this is just way more convenient. It's less expensive. This is like half the price of the Goovis G3 Max. It's like 500 bucks. The Goovis is like, yeah, $1,000. So this is twice the price. And the sound quality on the Rokids is definitely better. Like, I turn it up to max, it's definitely louder, more clearer than the Goovis. So sound quality, Rokid wins. Video quality, the Goovis wins by like a tiny margin. It's not by much. The Rokids are still really good video quality. And just for convenience, obviously the Rokid wins, because it's just much lighter, more portable. The price, obviously the Rokid wins that one as well, because it's like half the price. So yeah, so far, I don't know, if the main selling point of the Goovis is the video quality advantage, then I don't think it's worth double the price of other options here. Like, if you guys are looking for a way to watch video on the go, get yourself a pair of video glasses. Either the Rokid Air Max, which is what I'm using, or the Vitur XR glasses, or the X-Real Air 2. Get one of those. They're cheaper, they're more affordable, and the video quality and audio quality is pretty good. Whereas with the Goovis G3 Max, you're paying $1,000 and you're getting a device that's more bulkier. I mean, it's less bulky compared to traditional HMDs, right? Like the Royal Moon, it's about the same size as the Oculus Quest 2. It's about the same bulkiness as the Oculus Quest 2, which is, you know, it's definitely lighter compared to older like VR headsets or HMDs, but it's still bulky compared to a pair of video glasses, right? So this is still something you got to consider. The weight and yeah, just the form factor is definitely more bulkier on this one compared to this, right? And sound quality is not as good as the video glasses, despite the fact that this is bigger. So the only advantages of this is if you want to have an external headphone you're using. So this one has external headphone output, which is nice. The Rokids don't have that. And Yeah, I guess it has better video quality, but just by like a very small margin, it's like not even that noticeable. I'm just going from this one to this one, and yeah, geez, I mean, if you don't have them like side by side, you wouldn't even notice which one is better. Like, they're pretty close in video quality actually. So the advantage in video quality from the Goovis G3 Max isn't that much. It's like a very small margin. I think for most people, getting a pair of video glasses would probably be the better investment. Or if you're looking for 3D, you have some 3D Blu-rays or 3D movies you want to watch, then yes, the Goovis does have a 3D option, and these video glasses do not. But that's kind of like a less not a lot of people want to watch 3D movies still. That's like a niche, right? As for comfort, yeah, these are pretty comfortable, but they're not like the most comfortable headset I've ever used. My Oculus Rift S and I think my Royal Moon are actually more comfortable than this. The Real Kids, I think, because it's so light, you can just easily put it on your face, and it's pretty comfortable. Oh yeah, immersion as well. Of course, the Goovis is going to be more immersive. If you want a fully immersive experience and you don't want to see anything around you, then this is the way to go. Because with any pair of video glasses, you're going to be seeing a bit of what's around you. Even with these blocker shades on, which are supposed to be more immersive, then you're still seeing stuff around you. But that's also kind of a pro as well, because you might not always want to have, you might not want to be completely immersed, because you might want to see what's going around you, right? Especially if you're outside. If you're outside, then you kind of want to see what's going on around you. So then this is a better option if you're just traveling outside. This may be a better option if you're staying home and you don't have room for a TV or something like that. That was my use case when I bought the Sony HMZ T1s, is I didn't have room for a full-size TV inside of my apartment. I just had a really small one-room apartment, right? So in that scenario, maybe it's better to go with this one because it is fully immersive. You do get that home theater experience, and yeah, that's in the case where you can't afford a TV or you don't have room for a TV or something like that. Then one of these like more traditional HMDs might be worth it. But if you're traveling, then obviously the video glasses, they're the better buy. One more thing, I'm gonna try my Royal Moon headset. This is a old school HMD, right? This is I got this back in 2016, and yeah, I'm just gonna compare this one to these two, and let's see, been a while. This is definitely the most comfortable, I can tell you that. It's very comfortable. Because it's so old school, I have to actually, this one does have its own battery, but it's like its video processor device / battery pack that you have to carry around with you all the time. So this is definitely the least portable out of the three. This is really meant for like at home viewing. Again, in the scenario where you don't have a TV inside your house, or you can't fit a TV inside your house. Yeah, this is definitely the option there, because yeah, this is the most bulkiest out of all three of these. I mean, you have to carry around this like video processor battery pack in order to power it, which has a lot of cables. And then in order to power it with in order to connect it to a USB-C output device, because it's only traditionally using HDMI input, I have to use this HDMI adapter. So this HDMI to USB-C adapter is what I have to use for the Royal Moon, because this is such an old school device. It only takes in HDMI inputs, right? So yeah, that's what I gotta do. So I gotta use this adapter device to connect it to my phone. Once I do that, it will show up though. All right. Okay. And this is a fully immersive HMD, just like my Goovis was. This can also do 3D as well. So if you have 3D Blu-rays or 3D video, you can also use the Royal Moon to view them. So it's pretty close to the Goovis in functionality actually. Just the resolution is lower because it's 1080 per eye compared to the Goovis 1440 per eye. But again, this is pretty similar video quality. It's not like the Goovis is better, but it's not way better. It's just a small margin. Yeah, this Royal Moon quality is still very good. And it's impressive, right? Because the Royal Moon is from 2016. This is like a 7-year-old device. And the video quality is still quite good. Yeah, the video quality here is about similar to the Rokid Air Max. So they're both pretty good video quality still. The Goovis is better, but just by a very small margin. And the virtual display, the size of the virtual display here is a little bit smaller than the Rokids and the Goovis, just a little bit. You still feel like you're inside like a virtual theater though, but it is, yeah, it's like a little bit smaller. But the picture quality is still really good. And the sound quality is the best out of the three, because this one has built-in like full-size headphones basically, and they're noise canceling headphones too. Like I don't even have to turn it up to full volume. I just turn it up to maybe 70% volume and it's already very loud, like loud enough basically. If I turn it up to 100, then it gets pretty loud, and I don't think I would want to put it up to 100. And it's touch controls to turn up the volume too. So yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing about the Royal Moon, it has its own built-in operating system. So the Goovis and the Rokids, basically they have no operating system. They just, as soon as you plug it into a USB-C output device, it just displays the video. This one, you plug in like a device and stuff, you still have to navigate through the operating system, and there's like options for if you want to view video stored on this device, and yes, this device does have a storage, and you can view from other sources. You can go, there's a YouTube app on here, and yeah, or you can use the HDMI output here to view whatever is playing through the HDMI, which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, this Royal Moon device is still pretty interesting. Still pretty interesting. So yeah, it's just right. This is definitely the biggest device and bulkiest out of the three, but this has definitely the best sound out of the three because it has built-in headphones and they're noise canceling, and I only had to put it at 70% volume and I get pretty good sound out of it. And it has its own built-in operating system. I mean, you can actually store videos and files on here, which is pretty cool. You don't even need to like connect it to anything. So it's a different beast. And it's very old school, so you got to carry around this video processor has to be charged with micro USB actually. Anyways, very cool device though. I don't know, I might still keep this around. This is a very cool device, the Royal Moon. And Royal doesn't even make that anymore. It's a Chinese company, but they make flexible displays now. Okay, so one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Goovis and use it with external headphones because the sound quality of the Goovis is clearly the worst out of all of them with the built-in speakers. So yeah, the speakers on this, the worst out of the three by far. Worse than the Oculus Quest 2, by the way, too, as well. The Oculus Quest 2's sound quality, I think, is a little bit similar to the Roku Max. Maybe not quite as good as the Roku Max, but similar. And definitely better than the Goovis's. So yeah, the Goovis speakers are obviously the worst out of the three, and I'm just going to use my external headphone. I'm actually going to use a $1,000 pair of headphones here, which is kind of overkill, but you know, I have these, the Audio-Technica AP2000 Ti's, so might as well use really good headphones. So actually I'm going to put this on first, and I'm going to connect these headphones, which are closed back headphones. If I'm going to be using it around people, better use closed back. If I'm using it at home, I could also use open back headphones too. But yeah, this is what I'll look like with full-size headphones and the Goovis. And oh, I can actually lift this up. Cool. So this is the way I can kind of see around me, is I can just lift up the headset like this. And yeah, that's useful if I just want to look around, connect something, or just, I mean, I'm gonna need to actually, you know, navigate my device, right? Like look at my different movies and videos and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, this is way better sound quality because I'm using $1,000 headphones now with it. Definitely better sound quality now. Yeah, so this is probably how I would use the Goovis. I would use it at home, and I would just connect a nice pair of headphones to it, and then yeah, I would just like lay on the couch or lay in bed and then watch a movie or play a game or something. This is how I would do it. And this is like pretty much the best as you can get with a video headset right now, because this technically has the best video quality out of all the different HMDs. Not counting the newer VR headsets, of course. I'm just talking about strictly non-VR headsets. This is the best video quality of a non-VR HMD. And once you connect external headphones, right, you can connect as expensive headphones as you want. And then it's top-notch sound quality, given that you're using expensive headphones, and top-notch video quality. And that's pretty much as good as you can get. Yeah, this is pretty much how I would use it. Now I have great video quality, great audio quality. So yeah, however, that's a huge investment, right? $1,000 video glasses and $1,000 headphones. That is not a cheap investment. But if you really want to have the best HMD experience, I guess that's the way to go. So yeah, $1,000 headphones with $1,000 video headset is probably the way to go if you want the best of the best. With an HMD. I'm going to try to use it with my Nintendo Switch OLED, and the way to do that is actually very complicated. So for the Nintendo Switch, you actually need to connect it to something that powers the Switch in order for it to output video. So actually, when I bought the Roku Max, there was an option to buy it with a Goovis battery pack and kind of this little connector here. This is really for the Switch. It's so that you can charge the Switch and output through USB-C at the same time. And that's to fool the Switch into thinking that it's docked so that it will output the video. Otherwise the Switch would not output video. That's a kind of annoying thing about the Switch. So yeah, I'm going to connect this little adapter thing to the Switch. And I'm going to try it out with the Goovis. I'm going to see if it works for the Roku Max. It might actually work with the Goovis. Actually, first I'm just going to make sure that it works with the Rokids again. So I have this Goovis battery pack, which ironically, I got this Goovis battery pack with the Rokids, not with the Goovis. And yeah, I'm gonna connect this one to power this. Actually, and maybe I don't even have to use this, do I? This one goes to the glasses. Maybe I can just power this with, if I'm connected to an outlet, maybe I can just use a USB-C charger to power it. Okay, let's try that. And then I'll connect my, so yeah, I'm going to use a USB-C charger to power the Switch, and then I'm going to connect my Rokids with the other USB-C port and see if that works. Okay, that works. And of course the docked controllers do not work in this mode because it thinks that it's docked. So I need to get wireless controllers too. Alright, so I have to use this with wireless controllers because otherwise it will not work with attached controllers because it thinks it's docked. So I'm just going to use it with wireless controllers. That's how I have to do it. Alright, let's play some games. Okay, so the Rokids has a 120 Hz refresh rate, so it's pretty good as gaming video glasses go. That was actually another advantage I had over the Vitur glasses, is had 120 Hz refresh. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, these are nice for playing games. The audio goes pretty loud with the Rokids, definitely louder than the Goovis. And because 120 Hertz, so it's actually pretty nice. So yeah, it's very good for gaming. So now I want to actually test it out with the Goovis now. So instead of connecting the Rokids, now I'm going to use my Goovis setup, which includes my $1,000 headphones. Okay. Oh man, this is like such a geeky, techie setup. How many other people are going to do this? They have like a headset with like a $1,000 video headset with $1,000 headphones connected to a Nintendo Switch with a video adapter. Like, man. Okay, let's see. Does this work? Yes, it works. I got the Nintendo Switch outputting to the Goovis now. Oh man, it's too loud. Too loud. Actually, I have to decrease the volume. It's too loud. Okay, let's do some gaming. So this is 120 hertz too. So should be similar to the Rokids. Oh man, these headphones have pretty good soundstage, so it's actually really nice for gaming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is definitely more immersive compared to the Rokids. And then the fact that I can use my expensive headphones with them, this is like the ultimate experience. Whoa. I'm getting like the best video quality with the best sound quality, right? Pretty nice. Haha. Oh. Okay, so it works. I'm happy that it works with the Switch. I just had to use the little adapter that Rokid included, and it works for the Goovis as well. So yeah, you just need an adapter that can charge the Nintendo Switch and output USB-C at the same time, then it works. But yeah, that's pretty good for playing games. Just make sure with the Goovis use external headphones because the built-in speakers suck. They're not very loud at all. So yeah, I would say overall, there's not much value proposition for this one. It's like it's $1,000, so it's really expensive. And most people, if you're gonna travel, then the video glasses are a lot better for that. They're just way more convenient than bringing something like this. So yeah, if you're thinking about getting video glasses for traveling and using on a plane or train or bus or something like that, get the X-Real Air 2 or the Rokid Air Max or the Vitur Arcstar glasses, because all of them they're going to be a lot better for that compared to something like the Goovis G3 Max. So what this is meant for is if you're going to be sitting at home and you don't have access to a TV or you don't have room for a TV, this is like a nice alternative. It is very immersive, and the picture quality is technically the best out of all the headsets out right now. And you can connect like external headphones. So if you have like nice headphones like these, then it really is a nice experience. But you have to pay up for that. So yeah, that's my verdict. So yeah, that's it guys. The Goovis G3 Max. I wish I can show you the video quality inside of here, but it will not actually. The video will not turn on unless I actually put my face to it. So there's some kind of detection sensor inside of here, just like with the Rokid Max. The actual image will not appear unless I actually put my face to it. I think that's to preserve battery life, right? But yeah, overall, I think this is a very niche device. Most people would probably want to get a pair of video glasses instead. So these are really only for people who want the very best video quality, and if you have expensive headphones or something, the very best sound quality with it as well, and if you're using it at home, because this is a lot of stuff to carry if you're traveling, right? I mean, it's comparable to like an old school HMD headset like the Royal Moon, which wasn't very portable either. But yeah, it's only if you really want the best and you have the money to spare. But for most people, you'd probably rather go with video glasses, which are cheaper, and the image quality is pretty close and the sound quality is actually better. So yeah, that's it guys, the Goovis G3 Max. Let me know what you guys think, and once again, yet another HMD. I guess I'm the go-to guy for HMD reviews now, so every time a new one comes out, I just can't resist reviewing it. So yeah, as always, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching.